the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is January 15, 2026. It is 4:54 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1 was supposed to be over here, but when I started talking about politics, I decided to shift it and move some tweets around to put it on Team Sussex. So in this video, I will try to focus on Meghan's product and some positive things. Hopefully I don't talk about politics. So this is the first tweet. So first they were happy that Meghan didn't have a job, which means she have no money. Now that she's a millionaire from the money her business made, they think that she should donate the income to make them happy. Meghan, release more product so we can make you a billionaire. Yeah, that she's making reference to a video that I shared with you on Team Sussex. Could have been yesterday's recording. What's her name? That royal rat. Saying that Meghan should donate the money. I'll show you the face of that person. Just look on the screen. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's it. Her. A circle of hyenas discussing Meghan's earning like it's community property. I'm not shy. Just entertain sick melting faces. All right, let's listen to this. I've shared it already. Hopefully I don't have anything to say. Let me go into it so it could be bigger.
Remember, Charlie, when the Prince of Wales went into this with his biscuits, his Duchy Originals, and they were a huge success. And then he got them into Waitrose, and they really took off, and now he's sold the brand. So Meghan isn't the only one.
No, he's not.
Diana used to laugh about those Duchy of Cornwall biscuits and say they were like eating cardboard. But they've done very, very well. And this, of course, but the trouble is with Meghan, the King did it for charity. The King, who's Prince of Wales. Meghan hasn't mentioned any charity, but of course it really belongs to Netflix. So it's actually quite a complicated business
It is.
deal.
Well, yeah, it's worth mentioning that if we're talking like 20 odd million pounds of sales, Netflix would get a large chunk of that, and then she has to reinvest it as well.
But let's not forget as well, you know, as Ingrid's right, the Prince of Wales did it, he sold it, it was for charity and everything else. Meghan and Harry are supposed to be standing on their own 2 feet and earning their own money, which is perfectly acceptable. And so if they can sell a pot of jam for £51, then best of luck to them.
But then, Charlie, why do they set themselves up as these amazing philanthropic couple if they're not giving any of...
No, that's true.
I mean, apparently Harry did give a lot of money that he made from his book Spare to charity, and no one took much notice of that. But Meghan's is so out there on television. I think some of it should say some of this is going to whatever charity. I'm amazed she didn't insist on that.
Okay, I was trying not to say anything because I think I've said enough when I first shared that on my video on Team Sussex. I don't want to add anymore because Meghan have bill to pay. Right? The audacity of this old hag. Go tell Charles and William to give back all of the tax dollars that they have collected. Okay, I don't understand why when the Sussexes donate money and time consistently, they are discussing her own money earning as if it is instead theirs to spend. Does Penny Jr. hear herself? It wasn't even that big. They are telling on themselves they resent Meghan because her existence belies the birth and blue blood precondition of who is worthy to sit atop UK society. Yet she, a biracial woman, left their castle and social construct, and they hate that she never begged or rely on them. Harry knew who he was marrying to. Pointing down here, wow, Meghan sold out in 7 minutes a leather bookmark made in collaboration with UK Female On Workshop. I didn't even know. When a video that I did yesterday, when I came across some of the tweets, and I was saying, you know, when sometime I go with my rant, is that I think she looked for maybe struggle companies that are owned by female and try to collaborate with them. And I think I made the comparison to like Shark Tank, but in a different way. But anyway, so that's that. She is them if she does, them if she doesn't, and doesn't have a hope in hell of doing the right thing for the green eye monsters. Jealousy is a shocking disease. There is no cure. It makes them old and ugly and Wanko thought they should look in the mirror and see how hard it is to be perfect. She is a workaholic. They are spend-aholic of lies, spout of vitriolic diatribe. The only consolation is when they are spouting diatribe about Meghan, they are leaving someone else alone. They have no concept of business. I think they do. Because it's in their nature to just spend anything the other way. The main thing is to change people's mind. They do not know any other way. They just want to change people's mind. Whether they agree with it or not, they don't care. They just want to spend people's mind, think the opposite. Typically in a negative way. They have no concept of business nor marketing. In the first 3 years, most businesses lose money. The ones which are successful and make a profit reinvest that profit toward the following year instead of having to cut overhead or take out a loan. Yeah. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh, come on. Which one is that? 90. Oh my God. I'm only on the first one. I felt like, well, I did a video already. I felt like I've been talking for a long time. All right, next tweet. Thread is such a beautiful place. So many times I come across tweets where people say stuff like this about Meghan. All right, so this squaddy out of nowhere, somewhere on social media world, saw this tweet and bring it on Twitter. This is why I'm like, I don't need to be in every social media platform. But there it is here. Meghan Markle's comments are off, and I just want to ask about more tea flavors. The tea from her line is so good. Alright, as ever, just released leather bookmarks, and it is reinforcing my manifestation that maybe one day I'll collab with Meghan and contribute my artwork to her work. Everything about it speaks to me. As soon as anyone refer to her by her maiden names, I assume they are not a fan. Meghan Markle. Yeah, but let's just say, this is why I say sometimes word of mouth is as good as you paying people millions of dollars to do commercials for you. I'm telling you, a lot of people know of Meghan, but they don't care about anything else that she does. But the negativity, like I was just saying, the media keeps on, UK media specifically, want to change people's mind. And when people start talking about it, and squaddies, there are squaddies everywhere, will inform people about things, and it opens people's mind. Not everybody is looking in Meghan things every day, and Meghan is not even on every social media. If you're not on IG, you don't know she has As Ever or her new platform, Meghan as well. You will never know. But anyway, I'm sure someone on her As Ever team is monitoring other sites. I love this. Wow. Thanks for the laugh. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Now we are talking about the bookmark. Okay, her bookmarks have sold out just like that, huh, Princess? Vanessa, there's that. Sold out an $18 bookmark. I would be pissed too if I was one of her haters, because there's no freaking way that she'll sell out. I gave up and blocked her because the running just won't stop. You mad you didn't get your bookmark. But why you mad though? A bloody bookmark. People are laughing, and they made in the UK. The royal rats are losing their minds. I love this girl. I love this picture of her social media. I think that's what SM stand here. Okay, our princess will be a billionaire one day, bet. And this is why Mark Cuban was saying, I have that video where Mark Cuban was saying that was before she even come out with As Ever, her product, and some other things. Is that Mark Cuban was saying, if Harry and Meghan wants to do any collaboration, he doesn't care what product, what things they are doing, he will sign up with it. He saw the potential way before all of this.
Harry and Meghan are incredibly marketable. I'd call them the new young Obamas. They're going to make an ungodly amount of money, and you know what? They literally could become billionaires over the next 20 years. If either of them came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't even wait for them to pitch. I'd be like, I'm in, whatever you want, yes, because they are so marketable. It'll be so easy to develop products and projects for them, with them, and around them. It'd be, yes. Can you hook it up?
Okay, that's an ad. The last one is an ad. Let's go to the next tweet, talking about the bookmark. Okay, MoonwalkerMeghan. This is example 5599. Reason to $5,599 reason to never believe anything the UK media speculates about Harry and Meghan. They don't know, see or hear her footstep. No leaks. All right, so there's that here. Why you love it. Luxe black leather with gold lettering. Meghan's handwriting. Fell asleep here. Inscription: sustainably sourced leather. Handmade in the UK. Alright. That's nice. Okay. None. Always stealth mode. Yeah. They don't know. Meghan just does her thing, and then I think she gave a heads up. And again, lately I haven't really been on social media because I'm trying to do some stuff, and whenever I have the chance I go to the gym, and I will show you on my community board sometime what I'm eating after I come from the gym. She gave a hint that she had something coming up. All right, this girl is on fire. There's that. There she is here. I usually post my thing when I'm showing you my food. I'm like, please don't expect Meghan type of arrangement. I'm hungry, and I decided to take a picture and share it with you. Pretty much. A moment to unwind set. Leather bookmark. Sage honey with honeycomb and peppermint tea. Is that a set that you could buy? Sold out. Okay, honestly, I can't keep up with her wins all without a single mainstream advertisement. Yep, that's something I've always highlighted. Okay, she doesn't spend money for advertisement, just social media. Hey, Trips, where do we find this? When is it on stock? There's Overling Eye, of course. There's Jodiva, as ever. That's the website. There's the thumbs up. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I want this to be quick. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not gonna show. An extra character popped up. Okay, let's see how the UK media spend Meghan Sussex creating jab in the UK. Alright, there's the hashtags here. Fell asleep here, leather bookmark. Yeah, that's her handwriting. She's really making her calligraphy at work here. Alright, tell me your middle name is gullible without telling me. How many jabs do makes 5 small leather bookmarks? What a wumble. Well, she is making money, put people to make work. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to make this. So the process of making the leather itself, it's one thing. She probably did her research. What's the name of that company that's making it? Let me look it up. Name. What is the name of the... I don't know, bookmark? I don't know. Let's see. I don't even think it's the right question to ask. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, collaborated with the small UK-based leather goods company. Okay, so that's the name here. Shribi Studio on a limited edition bookmark for her lifestyle brand as ever. Okay, so this is the name. All right. Let's look it up. I told you, I haven't been online that much. So I didn't know. Okay, who is... Okay, Small Business Research Initiative for Healthcare. Okay, Healthcare Handcraft Leather Pieces. Okay, so this is them here from the UK. Loving handcraft coin purses, key rings, and travel accessories personalized by and for you, made from sustainable sources material and the new for... Okay, let's click on it. No, let me pause. There's something that I can't think of how to word it. Okay, so I'm assuming Meghan did her own research. This is what I asked Google. Does Sabri Studio make their own leather? The answer is no. Sabri Studio does not make their own leather. They source premium, sustainably produced, vegetable tanned British leather from tanneries that use traditional method, with the hides being a byproduct of the food industry, then handcraft their products in their own UK studio. They focus on handcrafting and personalizing this sourced leather in-house. Okay, sourcing. They use high quality vegetable tan leather that is sustainably sourced from Europe farm with a preference for local suppliers. So I will assume as well, if they want to maintain that same sustainability, whoever they're buying it from must probably do the same step as well. Preparation. The leather is prepared using traditional techniques with natural materials like bark, roots, and leaves, minimizing environmental impact. Okay, these are all of the things that Harry and Meghan are involved in. When you look at Travelers, this kind of thing for Harry. Okay, production. All cutting, printing, and stitching of the final product, purses, bookmarks, etc. are done by hand in their New Forest workshop in the UK. Now, who they buy their... Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this is what I asked Google. Who Sabri Studio buy their leather from? I'm not trying to, I don't know, unearth anything. I will assume Meghan did all of her research. The same question that I'm asking, I'm pretty sure either she asked them before she collab with them, asked them, where did you get your leather? Who did you buy it from? And then, you know, go down the chain and did her research to see how this is made, because the derangers will be asking the same thing. Okay, so let me see here. I'm just going based on what's out there. Who did Sabri Studio buy their leather from? Sabri Studio buys their leather from sustainable sources, primarily well-regulated farm in Europe. Okay, so there's that part as well. regulated. So which means whatever country in Europe they buy the leather from, it's probably under the guidance of government, or probably, I don't know how it, just my mind is working, okay? I do not know. I will assume that respective country in Europe have a guideline, and in order for them to be able to do the things that they do, or to possess that stamp of approval of being natural or sustainability, this kind of thing. If you go on our point of view service, there's a video that I did regarding travelers, or some sort of how they get their regulation, something like that. Okay, they probably have to do follow some guideline to get the stamp of approval of sustainability. And then I would assume that your UK company, was it S7E? Am I pronouncing it correctly? S7E Studio, probably decided to do some deal with that particular company based on their stamp of approval of sustainability from their respective government. Just my perspective. If this is the way that I will do my business, that's the guideline I will follow. Now, whatever the company does, maybe they've traveled over there to go see it, how they do their product, how they make their leather, and to see for themselves if they actually the stamp of approval of sustainability is legit. They probably travel over there to look with their own two eyes to see the process, and then S7E Studio then said, okay, we'll make a deal, we'll get certain leather from you, and whatever the contract might be, and things like that. All right, so I would assume Meghan did her research. Okay, who S7E Studio buy leather from? Okay, S7E Studio buy their leather from sustainable sources, primarily well-regulated farms in Europe, with is the high tan in Britain using traditional vegetable tanning method, bark wood. Okay, so there's all of this. Origin European farm, byproduct of food industry. With the high tan in Britain, traditional vegetable tanning method, there's all of that. All right. Tanning done in Britain using traditional natural vegetable tanning. Sustainability, use natural dye, avoid harsh chemicals, short transport route. Product, source, cut, stitches, and finish by hand in the UK workshop. All right, so they do those kind of things. So this is their background. All right, back on Twitter. Okay, I don't know why I ask myself this question when I'm doing these videos. Okay, there's that. Okay, probably made with I swear, I didn't say this. These are those people who saying their nonsense. Always bring the negativity. Probably made with slave wage, Rwanda women labor. I just look it up. They buy it from Europe. You know what? Maybe it's best to put what I just look. Let me take some screenshot. Okay, so this is what I did. I'm going to block it soon. A quick search could have given you the answer rather than spewing your BS. Last I know, Rwanda was not in Europe. And that's the thing here. Let me put it. Alright, this is what I put. S7E Studio buys their leather from sustainable sources, primarily well-regulated farms in Europe. And there's all of that. Alright, so let me block it. Oh my God, I spent too much time on this. It may not seem it, but I don't want to make it. Looks like it's going to be two parts. Alright, let's finish up. It's almost 6 o'clock. Okay, someone asking why Meghan is selling As Ever bookmarks isn't the target audience. Those who get it, get it. As Ever is creating a full experience. Cozy up with a cup of tea made with honey and a good book with a beautiful bookmark. 3 of those things will be As Ever products. Alright, so there's all of that. It's that relaxation that people are talking about. Alright. You find a book, you're sitting in your porch or your bed, wherever you feel comfortable. And then you cannot read a book in one day. Maybe there are some people. You could read a book in one day. Majority of people do not read a whole book in one day. You're going to left somewhere. So she created that bookmark. This is where I left off. And then you pick up next time you have the time again. All right, so this is the experience that she's giving. A moment to unwind for evening that call for something slower. All right. Indeed, this is some clever marketing. The Duchess is promoting a lifestyle of self-care through quiet luxury. That is true. This is an ad waiting for the arrival of a few pretty bone china tea set. All right. What has every target audience? Let's see here. I think it's a collection of quality items she likes or can make, but together create a mood or experience. A lifestyle brand similar to the Tig, I suspect a throw blanket is next and will be a fitting addition. Think cuddle with a book, warm tea, candles, and a cozy blanket. Seem toxic British media doesn't know what a lifestyle brand. Meghan's target audience is bored. Alright, people who likes aesthetic like the Sussexes and all want to support Meghan. Those who get it. People who afford to buy as ever brand. Well, you have the right to not buy. Alright. On Instagram, I can keep up with young women who purchase physical books. Quite a few. Yeah, I prefer physical books than those tablet kind of thing. Quite a few have dedicated rooms in their home, like their own personal libraries. They subscribe to monthly book clubs package with extra book-related goodies, so there's a targeted audience. All right, wait till Meghan does that cookbook with Love Meghan's and so with As Ever Range. UK media will understand the bookmark then. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. It's my wish that Meghan does that cookbook. Hoping she bring out chocolate for Valentine. I did mention it in my last video. Valentine's Day. What a great little gift that will make. Chocolate, wine, bookmark, and a good book and a little crate. Alright. Is it true Meghan's new product sold out in 7 minutes? That's what I've heard. A lot of the squad has been saying that. Let's see. The bookmark, yes it did. Sold out within 3 minutes. I think I heard 7. Give or take a few nanoseconds. I love it. Yes, it did. And she did give a heads up the day prior. And I was late on that. And I think JTB was late on it too. And yeah, I think it was in one of his videos that I read that he didn't get a chance to buy. Yes, it did. I tried to get one, but it was all sold out. That's an ad. All right, let's go to the next one. This is a TikTok video. Okay. Oh, I love her review. I didn't listen to it yet, but let's see here. She said it. She was right. There's no response. Let's go into it. December 31st. Okay. When did she post it? December 31st. So this is old and we are January 15th. All right. Watching someone you hate versus not watching someone you love is wild. Erica explained why these numbers show that Meghan really doesn't have haters. There's the thing here. All those hashtags. Let's listen. 2 minutes and 31 seconds. She's thinking.
Why didn't you guys watch the Royal Carol in England? Can you guys answer that question for me before we close out the year? By the way, I think it's way lower than 42. I think it's way lower than that. Some people are saying 47. That's about right. Considering how the numbers were for the top 10, I think she's at the bottom, which means people watched this less than they watched last year when it was at 42. Meghan has no business being top 10 on anything in England with the way that media has soured people's perception of her. Yep. Why did you guys watch it? And don't give me that hate watch bullshit. Who hate watches something? Are you crazy? Mm-hmm. And if you hate watch with Love Meghan, then why didn't you lovingly watch the Royal Christmas Carol? This chick brought out her kid and taught her how to key sync. And you guys were all, oh. And you still didn't watch it and she still couldn't pull the numbers? That's not good. That's not good. And I don't want to hear shit about, well, it's different. No, it's not. Because you all made this a competition. And I think it's safe to say Meghan won. And she wasn't even trying to be on that stuff. Her show came out early December, which gave you all plenty of time to crash out, cry, throw up about it, and then go watch your Christmas Carol, and you all didn't do it. You went right back to Netflix to watch Meghan's show. Wow. Wow. I stand corrected on something. I don't think Meghan really has haters. I think she has people who want her attention. You know how toddlers have tantrums and they throw things and they start spinning around on the floor like Three Stooges and trying to make themselves throw up so their parent can notice them when they're ignoring them? That's how Meghan is dealing with you all. You're toddlers. You're having a tantrum about her, and she's just like, y'all hear something? This is so embarrassing for Kate. But like we said, there's no such thing as Kate Middleton supporters or Catherine Princess of Wales supporters. Y'all are just Meghan haters. And I'm starting to question if you guys really hate her. It's not giving hate. It's giving we just like you, Meghan. Please look at us.
Like Harry said, it's the media. It's a small group that's making noise. This is why they want to control every form of communication so they could blast their stupidity, their BS on every form of communication. While she was saying the toddler on the floor, let me see if I could find that GIF. This is what I was thinking as she was saying toddler on the floor crying. You mean this? That's the image that came to mind. There it is. Can you play? That, like that. All right, so there's JTB here. Respond, I love Erica, that's my girl. She's so lit and speaks facts. I need a notorious JTB and Erica collab for 2026. Yeah, these two are perfect. I love their review. Bats can't watch TV. ITV, that's true. Or stand behind a barrier. That is true. I'm telling you, the squad be making, if you do not know, majority of the things that the squad are saying, it's because of things that the UK keep on showing. I don't know which event they were going to. They put a whole bunch of barriers for people because either Kate and William was showing up. Nobody was there. The only group of people were there were the media, photographers, whatnot. So this is what she's making reference to. Oh, God bless no man curse. Duchess Sussex. Erica spitting facts again. See that person up there? Dobie speaks facts. All right. Always. Just today, the fair referred to Meghan and Harry's public statement about doing philanthropic overseas as sources from the Sussex scam told us. I'm like, what? Laughing my ass off. That was public statement. Stop pretending to be in their circle. They want Harry and Meghan attention so bad. Oh, did Harry and Meghan come out? Okay, so that's something I need to look. I told you I haven't been online that much. Let me go look that up. Did I miss something? And it didn't come on my timeline. So this is what I write on Google. Did Meghan and Harry put out a public statement about doing philanthropic work? I copied right from. Oh, they did. They did. When? Okay, yes, Meghan and Harry issue a public statement in December 25. I missed that. Announcing a major restructuring of their charity, rebranding Archwell Foundation as Archwell Philanthropies, shifting to a fiscal sponsoring model to broaden global effort involving their children, with statement emphasizing their continued commitment to do good and expand their philanthropic reach, while also confirming staff departure due to the new structure. Okay, I think I did highlight it in one of my videos, but I wasn't I don't know what I was thinking, but there it is. That's the answer. Absolutely. There's no such thing as hate watching. No sane person will spend hours voluntarily watching someone they hate. That makes zero sense. They're obsessed with her. They can deny it all they like, but the numbers don't lie. Exactly. How do you sit for 4 hours to watch something you hate? Nah, you love it. There are times when I'm sharing some videos with you, I cut it short because it's just annoying to be sitting watching something that doesn't interest you. From this point on, let me see. I might start all right, let me pause so I don't lose where I was. Okay, I almost lost or skip a tweet. So I think I'm gonna stop this video here because I'm already 30 something minutes. So please, let's do a prayer. I have been skipping prayers on my last couple of videos. All right. So in my last video, I said pray for humanity. Let's keep that same prayer and do another prayer, and let's do this one. Oh God Almighty, help us to live in a world where all people are treated equally and with dignity, where we don't play with the lives of the people to fulfill our own selfish desires, where we, as all people, are united to help each other as brothers and sisters in humanity. Okay, so this is good. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So I'm gonna do a part 2. Part 2, we're gonna start with this. And I need to hurry up because it's almost 6 o'clock. All right, we're gonna start with this. I have a feeling I shared this already, but we're gonna start the next video with it. Thank you for watching.